What's up, Desktopers? In this video, we review the 2019 NPC Nationals held in the USA in Miami over the weekend. We go through all the bodybuilding class winners and pro card winners, and we review all that. Plus, we go over all the other overall winners from all the other classes, including the Classic Physique class winners too. So all that and more coming up. It's a comprehensive wrap-up of the 2019 NPC Nationals. And if you guys appreciate and like this content, give this video a thumbs up. Also subscribe, hit that notification bell button. That way you'll be notified of every video that goes up from myself, Xavier Wills at Desktop Bodybuilding. Anyway, guys, on with the video. What's up, Desktopers? Xavier Wills here for Desktop Bodybuilding, and we are back with another video. We're wrapping up the 2019 NPC Nationals, and we're going to launch straight into the bodybuilding. And I want to mention as well, I haven't seen any comprehensive wrap-ups with photos or videos or anything like that from the NPC Nationals where they talk about more class winners. So hope you guys actually appreciate and enjoy this, because it's definitely been, I think, slightly undercovered in some regards, but there has been some great interviews, and these photos are courtesy of NPC News Online. So thank you, NPC News, for providing the great content and all the results. So we'll start with the bantamweight. We had Jason Imamura taking this one out, and I think he's a rightful winner of this one. He's got a very balanced physique, the nice round quads, good conditioning from a back. You can see he's got great conditioning, leaning down a little bit low on that back double, but very, very good conditioning in this one. And Curtis Cruz comes in second here, a little bit more slight in terms of muscle, but he brought tremendous conditioning as well. And third place, Jordan Wise. In the lightweight, we had Jose Suarez taking this one out, and Jose has a tremendous physique. His color looked really good, very good tan. He's got very heavy, I suppose, like teardrops on his legs and even his outer sweep. They're very, very muscular down around his knees, which I found quite interesting, but he brought pretty damn good conditioning and very nice balance. In second place, Christopher Clark. Now, this dude had a very, very nice shape. He looked like he'd actually almost fit Classic Physique a bit better. I don't know if he actually crossed over and did both, but he's got an itty bitty tiny waist, very good conditioning. You see from the back here, his glutes are all the way in, so very impressive. Christopher Clark here, who also gets his pro card as well, and Omar Collin in third place. In the welterweight, we had Orlando Perdomo taking this one out, and Orlando had he's very dry. He was nice and round, especially for a welterweight as well. And yeah, very impressed with his physique. He just didn't really smile much on stage from the photos I saw. And Isaiah Hawthorne comes in second here, and Isaiah almost looks like a smaller version of Sean Clarita. And Sean Clarita is one of the smaller guys in the 212, but he finished third place in the Olympia. This dude basically has a very, very similar shape with the round muscle bellies, and just the way, even way his midsection sits, it looks a lot like Sean Clarita. So impressed there by Isaiah Hawthorne too in second, but I thought it was a clear win for Orlando here. And we had Raymond Thom Jr. in third place. Now we move on to the middleweight division. We had Robert Wichman taking this one out over Johnny McNeil. Now, Robert, he looked very good. His conditioning was very, very good. He had that sort of hardness to his physique. He looks like he's been training for years. Not the smallest of waist, but he's got enough of that dense, gnarly muscle. But I thought he easily took out this class, to be honest with you guys. Johnny McNeil in second. Nice shape. Just needs, I think, a little bit more conditioning, but he's a knife B pro as well. And Tim O'Malley came in third in this division. In the light heavyweight, we had Fernando Bueno winning this one, and this dude has a tremendous shape. I was very, very impressed with Fernando. Now, when I saw him, I was like, this guy could win the overall. I was like, wow, this guy is really, really good. Maybe conditioning not quite as crisp as it needs to be, but his shape looks insane. But when he stood next to the bigger guys, you could really see the difference in size. But very, very impressed with this guy's shape. I mean, if he comes in just a tiny bit sharper as a pro in those 212s, he's going to do very, very well. Very impressed with Fernando here. In second place, we had Steve Wayne, a dude that just looks like he has the biggest ribcage of all time. He looks like he's been training a long time. Very, very good physique. And third place, we had Chris Swab, who came in tremendous conditioning. Not, I suppose, as thick as the two top guys, but yeah, conditioning was tremendous, and it earned him that top 3 position there. Now in the heavyweight, this is where our overall winner came from, and that was Matthew Schmidt. And this dude looked really, really good. He has a very, you wouldn't say it's overly aesthetic or anything like that, but he's got a very balanced physique, and he doesn't have a big waist. So his lats actually insert quite low. And I'm very impressed with Chris. Matthew. He brought tremendous conditioning, a lot of muscle, pretty balanced over his whole physique. And, from the back is where I was like, yep, he takes out this overall and looks very, very good there. So he takes out the heavyweight class and then, as I said, goes on to win the overall. Now, second place in this heavyweight class, this guy was perhaps maybe the second best guy on the day. He looked absolutely sensational, and that's Casey Castro. And his shape, I think I saw this guy compete maybe in the USA's or maybe his last year in the Nationals. And he looks like he's made gains and wins his pro card here, and very deservingly wins his pro card. Now, I'm not sure what the exact weight is for a heavyweight. I'm not sure if he'd be able to squeeze down to 212s or if he'd be a bit too heavy for that. But he looks tremendous. And regardless of where he goes in the pro ranks, I think he can move into the open, or he could be a 212 guy if his weight permits. But you can see here from the back, his glutes are all the way in. And I've got to say, I'm very impressed with a lot of the conditioning in these classes too. I mean, the light heavies were maybe slightly worse in conditioning, but still pretty damn good, and this class was absolutely no exception. And third place finisher in this class was Ross Flanagan, also a very, very good physique. And I've got to say, I'm very impressed with this heavyweight class here because he has a small waist and great muscle bellies and good legs. I'm just, overall very, very impressed. We move on to the super heavyweights. Now, Jonas Giatris, he takes this one out. I probably butchered your name. Sorry, Jonas. He looks very, very good. And standing by himself, he wasn't as impressive to me. But when he actually stood in that overall lineup, because he's a taller dude, he looked much more impressive and took out this class. I wouldn't say handily, because I'd say top 5 in the super heavyweights was very, very good, to be honest. Ben Rafala, he gets second in this class as well. Looks like Ben, if he was a tiny bit harder, he would have taken this, because he's got a tremendous shape as well. It looks like he could be maybe a tiny bit crisper, but obviously good enough for second place here. And then Nathan Spear in third place. I've got to say, Nathan has a tremendous physique. He pulls that vacuum. I'd say he's got a very old school looking physique, and I love it. I think he looks really, really good. And I've got to say, I'm very impressed with him in this show as well. And as we see when we move on to the overalls, you can see all the top class winners here. And you got to say that, the super heavyweight winner definitely stands out a bit more here, but I've got to say that the rightful winner, Matthew Schmidt, won this. I thought he was just too conditioned, and when he turned to the back, I thought his back was just too good compared to everyone else. So I think the right decision was made, and that's a wrap for the bodybuilding from this show. I'm going to go over now the classic physique, and I'm going to go over all the other overall winners after that. So in classic physique class D, we had Zach Romano winning this one out, and this dude has basically no waist. You can see the vacuum he's pulling here. He's got round biceps, very round, decent legs, and literally no waist. So I assume class D is the shortest class, but he actually kind of looks tall by how small this dude's waist is. In classic physique class C, we had Brandon Cooper winning this one, also pulling a very impressive vacuum. And I saw a lot of this across the classic physique. And I don't know if this is because Nick Strength and Power has talked a lot about the vacuum and how important it is, or if it's just for class in general. But another guy pulling a very good vacuum as well. Now, the classic physique class B winner, Jordan Tripp. This dude actually won the overall as well. Very nice physique, great legs. His upper body can maybe come up a little bit, but overall, very, very impressed with this guy. And he can actually make an impact pretty much from the get-go in classic physique as a pro. And I want to mention as well, all these guys got their pro cards too. Classic physique class A, Zeke Andrews, very, very good bodybuilder here as well. Classic physique bodybuilder, and I gotta say he was for me top 2 with Jordan Tripp in that overall, and it could have really gone either way. I think they both had tremendous physiques. Now let's move on and talk about men's physique. We'll go over just the winner, the overall winner here. We've got Patrick Martin. Very, very nice physique, very small waist. He's got the very short shorts on, which I probably wouldn't favour because he doesn't have the biggest legs by the looks of it, but I suppose that doesn't really matter too much in men's physique. But when he turns to the back, this dude has a bodybuilder's back. It is absolutely ridiculous. You can see down through those traps, and then the spinal erectors are so thick and vascular. I'm actually surprised that maybe I'd give it to a guy with such a developed back because it looks almost over the top, but I'm guessing that in men's physique, they don't mind that too much. So Patrick takes that out and looked very, very impressive. In the women's bodybuilding, we had Erica Hartman. She took this one out. She had a very nice physique. I've got to say, she was much more pleasing than most of female bodybuilders, looked extremely feminine. She probably won't have the mass moving into the pros to take out any titles unless she packs on some more muscle. But I've got to say, I'm impressed because I like this look a lot more than the overly huge, jacked, non-feminine looking female bodybuilders. So Erica Hartman takes that one out. In the women's physique, we had Lorraine Gonzalez. She looked really good. She won the overall in the women's physique as well. And then in bikini, we had Ariana Brothers. She takes it out here. Just an overall balanced physique, a tall girl as well. You know, conditioning looked about spot on for bikini, and there's a lot of bikini girls. So to win the overall, you got to be pretty damn good. Now, in the figure, I was very impressed with this girl, Rachel Shoemake, sorry. Very, very good physique. From the front looks really good, but from the back especially looks incredible. You can see like her glutes and hamstrings are very tight and they tie in well. A very well developed back, very nice rear delts. So very impressed with Rochelle here, and she takes out the overall in figure. So that's a wrap from the 2019 NPC Nationals, guys. I want to know what you think. What did you think of Matthew Schmidt? Was he the deserving overall winner? What do you think of Casey Castro? Do you think he's got a huge future in the sport? And give me your opinion on all these other guys as well, because I've got to say, some past years with them giving out so many pro cards, I've been a little bit underwhelmed with the quality that we've been seeing. But in this show, I've got to say the quality was pretty damn good and the conditioning was on point, and that's all you can really ask for. So very impressed, and I've got to say bodybuilding is looking pretty damn strong as well, and so is the classics and physique, guys. But let me know what you think in the comments. If you like these videos, give me a thumbs up. Also subscribe, hit that notification bell button, and that way you'll be notified of every video that goes up from myself, Xavier Wills at Desktop Bodybuilding. Anyway, guys, that's it for another video for Xavier Wills, Desktop Bodybuilding. We are out.